What's up guys, the Lazy Goldmaker here with another video. And in this one I'm gonna talk about something that I get a lot of questions about. Not necessarily a lot of questions about, but something that I know a lot of people wonder about. And that question is, how much of a specific item should I craft? What's the optimal amount? And this is an interesting question because it doesn't have one right answer. In fact, for the longest time, and I still don't generally include crafting operations in any of the TSM settings that I share. And there's a good reason for that, and that's because the optimal number of items to craft is unique to you personally. Now, this is something I've talked about in the past, and this is something that is very important to be aware of. Because there are several different factors that play in to how many items you should craft. Some of these include what population is your realm, how much is your competition playing, how much are they reposting, when are you posting relative to your competition, when are you posting relative to the peak play hours, do you do cancel scans, do you want to do cancel scans, and a lot of other factors that will have an impact on how many items you sell in any given time period. There's no way to figure this out analytically or by analyzing your server and finding the correct answer to this question. The only way to get at this answer is through trial and error, and that's great because trial and error is pretty easy. It's not that dangerous in WoW to just try some stuff out, and in general you'll start by doing this from the bottom. So you find some item that you think is going to be profitable, you craft one of it, and then you post it on the auction house. It might sell, it might not. If it sells within a day, okay, this is an item that probably sells fast. Go craft two. Depending on the item, of course. Craft two, keep posting those. Okay, how fast did they sell out? Did they sell out within a day as well? Okay, then you need to increase your number. And then you do that a couple of times until you get to the point where you don't sell out. So what is very helpful when you're doing this is to have sort of regular restocking sessions. Maybe you do this once a week, maybe you do this once every other week. It all depends on the market and the sale rate, how often you need to fill up your inventory. And then you adjust upwards until you don't sell out in between the times that you are spending time crafting and restocking. That's where you're at the optimal level. If you don't sell out, if you just barely don't sell out between your crafting sessions, then you're crafting the correct amount. Then you don't have an oversupply. You're not sitting on a bunch of items that are essentially just a financial risk because the value of the materials might go down, and that will leave you having to sell them at a loss relative to what you paid, even though it's going to be a profit relative to the current market. So that's really all there is to it. And to get there, maybe you want to have some crafting operations and just adjust them down and upwards as you see what works. It's definitely very, very important to be willing to change up your approach when it comes to how much of an item you're crafting. This will also change over time. What worked a month ago might be completely wrong based on how the market looks right now. Player behavior changes over time. It doesn't change rapidly, it changes subtly, but it does change over time, and that should change your approach as well to make sure that you're always taking advantage of the opportunities you actually have available to you, rather than just going through the motions of things you've done in the past. That's really all there is to it. I'm not going to go in depth and focus on how to do this in TSM because it's not so important. The important part is to just understand the basic concept of craft more until you don't sell out in between the times you're crafting. When you're not selling out in between the times you're crafting, just barely not selling out, then you're at the roughly right amount. So if you crafted 10 of an item on Sunday, and it's now the next Sunday, and you're crafting again, and you see that you have 3 left over, then you know that roughly 7 is the correct amount. So you should craft 4 more, then you'll be at 7, and you're presumably gonna just about sell out by the time next Sunday rolls around. There is an argument to going slightly above that, so that you're sure that if you get lucky, for whatever reason your sale rate exceeds your average for a week, then you are there to take advantage of it. So maybe you craft 8, so then you have a little bit of a buffer, but not too large, because you don't want to have too much stock, because it can just go down in value and you'll be left holding the bag essentially. So that's it, guys. Hopefully this was useful. Leave a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. If you want to support me, you can also do so at patreon.com/thelazygoldmaker. And yeah, short and sweet one, hopefully. This is going to help your mental state and how you can think about what you're doing on the markets, and will help you make more gold. Good luck, and see you on Astaroth. Goodbye.